According to niche.com, Buford is one of the top places to live. I recently shared with you the pros and cons to living in Buford. After all, Buford has some of the best schools in the state, not to mention home to the Mall of Georgia, the newly completed Exchange, and easy access to both Atlanta and Lake Lanier. Today, I'm going to take you through some of the top-rated neighborhoods that if you're thinking about making a move to Buford, you should absolutely know about. I'm Ashley Lazarian, a Georgia native and local real estate agent selling the suburbs of Georgia. I help people buy and sell around the suburbs all the time. So if you're looking to make a move here, make sure you reach out to me in the information below. But first, let's check out these neighborhoods. First off, we're going to head over to HEDRO's. Many of the homes in the neighborhood were built in the early 2000s, with some being completed as recently as 2014. The majority of these homes are large, two-story traditional homes, most of which have basements. Most of the homes here don't really need updates. If they do, you're really looking at just kitchen or possibly a bathroom. They're extremely spacious. Homes in HEDRO's are selling between $550,000 to well over $700,000. It really is just going to depend on the lot size as well as the square footage of the home. Another great feature is the amenities here. They've got a community clubhouse. They've also got a junior Olympic swimming pool, kiddie pool, tennis courts, basketball courts, and a playground. The neighborhood also has 23 acres of green space. Considering you're so close to Mall of Georgia, that is very impressive. Next, we're going to head over to Brickton Station. This neighborhood is one of the originals of the area, being built in the early 90s. This neighborhood has always been extremely popular due to being in the Buford City District. Not only is it a district, but most kids could walk to the high school as it's less than a mile away. We're also about a mile from downtown Buford, where you can get some amazing food at Barebones, Tanny Thai, or Aquaterra. Homes here range in size from just over 2,000 square feet to over 3,000 square feet. Due to the hilly terrain, you will find that most of the homes in this neighborhood have basements, as well as they're going to have sloped yards. It could be sloped towards the home, so your driveway is a little sloped, or it could have a level front yard, but the backyard is going to be a little bit sloped. Brickton Station is on the opposite side of Buford from the Mall of Georgia, so you're not really having to deal with the traffic that mall area brings. This is a swim tennis community, and homes in Brickton Station range from the low 400s going into the $500,000 range. Next, we're going to head over to Morgan's Crossing. Now, this community actually sits in Hall County as well as Gwinnett County. This is a larger neighborhood with 249 houses in here. Most of them were built in the late 90s. A lot of them have been updated. However, you will find that there are still quite a few homes in here that are original, and that's where you get a large fluctuation in price. A lot of the houses here do have basements, as well as you'll find a lot of them have second driveways that pull around to the basement, which is a really great feature that a lot of people are drawn to, just for the simple fact if you have a golf cart or if you have lawn equipment, it is really, really convenient. This neighborhood does not have a large turnover rate. It's one of those places that people move to and they really don't want to leave. Now, if you were to purchase a home on the Hall County side, your kids would attend Flowery Branch High School. And if your kids are on the Gwinnett side, then they would be districted for Mill Creek, both of which are top-rated schools. This neighborhood is just about 15 minutes away from the Mall of Georgia, or if you're looking at going to downtown Buford, you're probably about 10 minutes away. This is a little bit less traffic because it's sitting towards the very far north side of Buford. The HOA fees for this community are fairly low compared to a lot of the other neighborhoods that are in the area, as well as there's going to be 2 pools and tennis courts. I know I mentioned that pricing here can fluctuate. We have homes in this neighborhood that are ranging from $400,000 all the way up to $700,000. Just on the street from Morgan's Crossing, we're going to head over to Laurel Manor. Laurel Manor is another community that sits in the Buford City District, which is one of its top selling features. Like we've talked about before, Buford City schools have been rated the best schools in Georgia for the last 7 years. So you can see why that would be such a big selling point. This neighborhood is on the smaller side. There are 104 homes total, and they range in size from about 3,000 square feet to just over 4,000 square feet. This neighborhood is a newer community, being built in 2015 and being completed between 2019 and 2020. They definitely have updated features and finishes like large kitchens, great bathrooms, outdoor living space, especially compared to some of the other communities that you're going to find in the area, especially in the Buford City District, because a lot of the homes in the Buford City District are a little bit older, being built in the 90s. Here in Laurel Manor, you're also going to find some resort-style amenities. There's some green space, there's a lake, there's also a swimming pool, a couple of tennis courts, and a children's playground. Most of the homes in this community are selling between $600,000 to $800,000. Last but definitely not least is going to be Hidden Falls. Hidden Falls is probably one of my favorite neighborhoods. It was originally built in the early 2000s. I think it wrapped up about 2008. Again, you've got these beautiful two-story traditional homes. Most of them are going to have basements because it is a little bit more of a hilly terrain. The homes of Hidden Falls were built as a luxury neighborhood of their time, and quite frankly, they still hold that value. They've got really large chef's kitchens, huge bathrooms and bedrooms. A lot of them have beautiful outdoor spaces and good-sized yards. Most of them have the beautiful decks, screened-in porches, patios. The lots are a pretty good size. You are going to find some, like I said, that have those slopes. The neighborhood has great amenities. There's 4 tennis courts, a junior Olympic pool, a playground, and a clubhouse. It's very conveniently located. You can be to the Mall of Georgia in about 10 minutes. You can be to downtown Buford in about 10 minutes. But you're not in the middle of all the hustle and bustle because you're actually back behind the mall area. One of my favorite things about this neighborhood, though, has got to be the fact that when the holidays come around, they're actually voted one of the top decorated neighborhoods around the area. So you have to make time to go check it out. The homes in here sell from the high 500s well into the 800,000s, just depending on the size of the home and lot. I honestly love all of these areas. I really don't think you could go wrong with any of them, but this is why it's so important to learn and explore them, and I hope this video helped you with that today. Click on any of my videos to explore more of Georgia's suburbs. Make sure you hit that subscribe, and I'll see you next week.